Hey guys, today's video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. Look for more information on them during this Versus reaction. Here we go.
From the studio hanging on by a spider thread and the guy who made the 1984 classic, Skid, comes a film that invites you to remember how great the original was. And that's it. That's the whole movie. Ghostbusters, Afterlife. You loved the Ghostbusters when they looked like chain-smoking janitors, thrilled when they became Saturday morning cartoons,
I remember that.
And reacted in a totally calm, proportionate manner when they were recast as women.
Calm, proportionate manner.
With only women. What's going on?
Now, instead of making the kind of movie where bustin' made you feel good, Sony will give you a 2-hour-long BJ to your nostalgia for the original. That's so desperate to wash up the stank of their last attempt. By the end, they drop Afterlife from the title, as if to say, you want Ghostbusters? Here, we make Ghostbusters again. Happy now? Travel to Somerville, Oklahoma, a location that honors the original's roots by being secretly Canadian. It's one of those small towns that becomes a big town whenever there's a car chase. And it was home to the late scientist Egon. See, right when your favorite character started the Ghostbusters, he also abandoned his family. Sorry, that's canon now. Embark on a new journey with a next generation of Spangler when they move into his old trap house.
This isn't a farm. It's a trap.
Like his daughter Callie, who hates her dad so much, it extends to the abstract concept of science.
I just have an allergy to science. What are you up to?
The experiments.
Ugh, lame.
Trevor, a dirtbag who spends the summer trying to reverse jailbait a townie.
You're 15.
I'll be 16 in February.
And McKenna Grace's star turn as Phoebe. You may remember her as young Tanya Harding, young Captain Marvel, young Daphne from Scooby-Doo, young Malignant, young Emma from Wands, young Hill House, or opposite young Sheldon. But now she's all grown up to play, well, basically young Egon.
I'm a scientist.
And while her grandpa's awkward jokes got balanced by two comedy legends, Phoebe will get hung out to dry like a first-timer at an open mic.
Why should you never trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
That's funny.
No, it's not.
What do you call a dead polar bear? Anything you want. It can't hear you now.
Wow, that's funny.
I just thought you were being obtuse.
Was that a geometry joke?
Yes, that's why I winked.
See, if we keep pointing out the jokes are bad, they were actually being clever.
Come on, not a single bar.
There better be a bar.
That's funny.
Fine, forget it. How about the word podcast? That's a funny word, right?
And podcast.
Why do people call you podcast?
Oh, I call myself podcast because of my podcast.
Why aren't you laughing?
Why aren't you laughing?
Legend Dan Aykroyd returns because he learned nothing from his other legacy sequel. In fact, the whole classic Ghostbuster lineup has been bribed out of retirement. And just like Egon, they're sad old men who stopped being friends.
We could barely keep up our mortgage. Some actor bought up most of Tribeca and we lost the firehouse.
Fun! But because Rick Moranis is saving himself for one last Honey, I Blew Up the Paycheck, Paul Rudd is the new Yutz who gets possessed.
You don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Watch him test the theoretical limits of his own charm. Because now is just not the time for flirting, my dude.
The only thing lurking inside here is my slowly dying soul.
Is that what that smell is?
My life is a dumpster fire.
I love dumpster fires. I'm bleeding. Why am I bleeding?
You headbutted a park bench.
Oh, right. Yeah. Hi.
In a touching tribute to how not even the dead can find rest, a Tupac hologram of Harold Ramis returns to lift the proton pack one last time. You know what? That was actually a really sweet moment.
It was.
Oh, he's still here. Guys, he's not going away. Is he gonna say anything?
No.
No? Should we bust him or? So gather into the station wagon for a film that treats the originals like a holy text, even though it can't make its own mind whether anyone's heard of them.
How do you, of all people,
Yeah,
not
that
know
was
about
weird.
this?
I'm ashamed.
You know what this means, right? You're
grandfather was a Ghostbuster.
One
Whatever.
scene
This
later.
isn't for people who want another goofy SNL movie with cool props. This is for people who want a big budget music and callback festival
Yeah.
where the Easter eggs are the size of Denver omelets. So screw it. Let's just give the loudest people on the internet what they really want. 2 straight hours of references.
Pick up your phone and call them. Go, Ghostbusters.
Gozer was a Sumerian god.
References.
Evo Shandor. New York.
Old riveted
Apartment building made of
girders
selenium girders.
with cores of
Mine
pure
from Rice.
selenium.
Gozer, protected by a powerful gatekeeper and keymaster.
Behold, there was a great earthquake. The sun became as black as sackcloth. The moon became as blood. The stars fell.
And who are you gonna call? Wow, this place is great.
As the duly designated representative of the city, county, and state of New York, I order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return forthwith to your place of origin. What happened?
When the marshmallows were on podcast, yep. That's right.
5-pointed star.
We have the tools, we have the talent.
Welcome to Baskin Robbins. Would you like to try our food class?
Starring the Left Gozers. Just a teenage
Left Gozers.
dirtbag baby. Gone. Can I get a printout of Mr. Gruberson smiling? Hot, literally save America. J.K. Splittins. Josh Gad do be providing the grunts and squeals of Muncher, though.
I
Craft
don't-
Minions. I shut the sheriff roll in a
understand
day. 2 tops. How, Ray?
tops.
You ain't got all the answers, man. 2 minutes of Bill Murray. That's a treat. Now to the Congo Legacy sequel.
Congo
Egon
Legacy.
FT. Pasita. And a moment of silence for Ivan Reitman.
Yes.
Rest in peace. Ghostbusters.
That was good.
Please
That
don't
was
get
good to
angry
go.
this time.
Please, please, please.
Maybe I could check it out sometime.
A flash drive? You gotta cast a podcast, little dude. It's right there in your name.
Oh my god. So I have seen Ghostbusters Afterlife. I actually streamed it. I didn't see it in theaters. I missed that train, but watched it actually like a couple days ago or yesterday. I don't know. But I enjoyed it. It was a little boring. The callbacks were nice. You see them all. Nothing's really being done lightly here. That's kind of what I'll say there. But it was nice how they did the callbacks overall. I liked the Egon piece at the end. That was cool. It was done very well. I knew he wasn't going to speak. I don't know. I just got this feeling like he's not going to talk. But it was cool to see that. But it was cool seeing him lined up with the rest of the Ghostbusters. It was nice. It was nice. Everything else kind of felt a little bit overlong. In a lot of different parts. You gotta get to know the characters. I understand that. The new characters, at least. Even when the Ghostbusters show up was a little bit weird. It just kind of like, just happened they're there. I thought it'd be a little bit more climactic, like a little bit more grand in how they show up. But they just show up. They're just there. But overall, a very good sequel to Ghostbusters 2. Definitely a good replacement for the 2016 Ghostbusters with the women. Was that 2016 or 2018? I can't remember now. But whatever that was, it's a good replacement for that. So that doesn't have to exist now. So yeah, just a few of my thoughts. And I'll get into a little bit more after we watch the pitch meeting. But first, let's talk about our sponsor. So Manscaped.com, let's talk about it. Manscaped actually hooked me up with a bunch of stuff from their all-in-one Perfect Package 4.0 box here. So let's check out what's inside. Manscaped takes manscaping seriously, and they've got everything you need in the Perfect Package 4.0. Right off the bat, we're going to highlight the Lawnmower 4.0. This is Manscaped's 4th generation electric waterproof trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology, so it helps to reduce nicks and cuts in those, private regions. It's cordless and waterproof, which is amazing. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer also has a super smart charging system with a wireless charging dock and these little LED lights on the front to show you how much juice you have. You can get up to 90 minutes on the full charge. Also has an awesome travel lock feature where you can tap this button 3 times and it engages the travel lock. That way, if you have it in the bag, it won't accidentally turn on and drain your battery. A couple things I really want to highlight as well, outside of the awesome Lawnmower 4.0, is the crop preserver and also the crop reviver. These are awesome additions to the Perfect Package 4.0. This is a deodorant and this is a reviver, which is the great smelling stuff for your private areas down there. Also, for a limited time, you get 2 free gifts. The Shed Travel Bag, which actually smells amazing, and the Manscaped Anti-Chafing Boxer Briefs. Go to manscaped.com today and get 20% off plus free shipping plus those 2 free gifts when you use promo code OMME20 at checkout. That's OMME20 at checkout.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So, you know how fans really didn't like the 2016 Ghostbusters reboot? We didn't make a Ghostbusters movie in 2016. No, we did. Nope, that never happened, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no, we did, and Ghostbusters fans were not very happy. Okay, fine, yeah, we did. I don't know why you're bringing it up, though. Well, sir, actually, I think we can leverage the fact that they didn't like it. What do you mean? Well, see, if they were so unhappy with it, that probably means they'd still pay for a movie that does satisfy their needs. Oh, that's genius, and then they'll feel okay about buying the merch again. Exactly, sir. So then we can make a version that honors the original. So what happens in this thing? Well, Egon Spengler straight up dies, right? Oh my god. Like, it's in a pretty cool, badass way, like he's battling ghosts on his farm and stuff. Oh, okay. So his daughter Callie and his granddaughter Phoebe, they're left his farmhouse in this small town in Oklahoma. Oh, you know what? Shove that Finn Wolfhard kid into the family too. We gotta get him in this thing. We do. Yeah, anything 80s, early 90s nostalgia related, you gotta shove that kid in there. There's not really much for him
any
to
Stranger
do.
Things
I'm sorry. It's
kid.
just, we don't know that putting that kid into 80s nostalgia stuff makes it successful, but it's like, why risk it? Fair enough. So this Phoebe kid is super smart and super into science, right? Okay. And at this new house, a ghost is like playing chess with her. Like every time she comes home, a piece is moved. Oh my god, that must freak her out completely.
Not at all.
Now she kind of just goes on with her day, even after seeing some pieces literally float. Really? So she makes a friend named Podcast, and I guess her brother develops a crush. Finn. And so then a big chunk of the movie is these kids walking around, discovering various pieces of Ghostbusters memorabilia and trying to figure out stuff we already know. Interesting. What kind of Ghostbusters stuff are we talking? We're bringing a bunch of stuff back. We're talking stacked books, proton packs, a Twinkie, a Crunch Bar wrapper. I think I remember something about a Crunch Bar. Hardcore fans will remember. Does one of the characters get pleasured by a ghost? Oh my god, no. I mean, that happened in the original movie. There was a whole scene where Ray gets no, we're not doing that though. Okay, kind of cherry picking your Easter egg there. Yeah, well, that's not really in line with the nostalgic, borderline religious vibe we're going with. All right. So anyway, Phoebe finds a ghost trap and discovers that her grandfather was a Ghostbuster, but she doesn't know what that means. Oh, she doesn't? Nope. So her teacher, Gary Gruberson, explains it to her. It's just one of those things that people don't really talk about anymore. There was a massive ghost attack in New York City, and a giant marshmallow walked down the streets. The Ghostbusters were on the cover of Time magazine. Yeah, it wasn't a huge thing, turns out. They rode the Statue of Liberty down the streets of New York. Get all the way off my back about it. People don't talk about it. You know what? I will get off it. Thank you. So Phoebe teams up with her teacher
that was a
to
different
test
response.
out the ghost trap she found, okay? And so they accidentally set this interdimensional being free, and it dashes towards this mine that's in town. Well, they must completely freak out. Maybe for a second, but they all go on with their lives as if they hadn't just seen that. Yeah. And so by now, Phoebe's figured out that the ghost she played chess with is her grandfather, and he starts showing her how to repair some old Ghostbusters merchandise. Wow, everybody seems pretty chill about interacting with ghosts. We'll see if they reacted like normal human beings and freaked the hell out. That would kind of derail the story here. Fair enough. And so we're also going to have this scene where the kids drive the Ecto-1 through town trying to catch this ghost named Muncher. Oh, very fun. Yeah, and then they all get thrown in jail, which is a thing that happens to children. So while they're in jail, Phoebe gives a call to Ray Stantz. He's from the original movies. He sure is, sir. So he goes on this big exposition tear where he explains everything that's happened and how Egon left with all the equipment. And he's like, Egon Spengler can rot rotten hell. Oh my god. Yeah, cause see, that's a big part of these reboots where you bring back the older characters. You gotta find out that they've been miserable for the past couple decades.
Yeah.
Extremely depressing. Definitely. So eventually Gary's gonna, oh actually I left some openings here in the script Mad Lib style. Oh fun. So I need the name of a store that will give us a lot of money to be included in the movie. Walmart. Walmart would. Fantastic. And then
Walmart.
the name of a product that will
Producer
give
guy
us a
loves
lot
this.
of money to be included in the movie. Baskin Robbins ice cream. Okay, so Gary goes to Walmart to buy some Baskin Robbins ice cream. Oh, product placement Mad Libs is tight. It's very fun, sir. So while he's there, he sees these mini Stay Puffed marshmallows come to life, because that's a thing from the original Ghostbusters. Right, but didn't the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man come to life because Gozer took the form of something Ray was thinking about?
go.
Yeah, but baby versions of iconic characters are very good merchandising opportunities. That's a good point. Please carry on. So they all do a bunch of wacky stuff around this Walmart, right? They even cook each other on the barbecues they have there. Oh, God, I don't think you can turn on the display barbecue
No,
at Walmart.
nothing
okay?
works.
I mean, I don't think a single Walmart would still be standing if you could turn those on. That's a good point, but we're gonna have them do it anyway. Fair enough. So Gary tries to run away, but he gets
Oh, my
attacked by a
goodness.
terror dog, so he gets possessed. Oh no, and so does Phoebe's mom, Callie. Oh no, again. Yeah, and so then we're gonna redo the third act of the original,
Yep.
pretty much beat for beat,
Yep.
but with different locations.
Yep.
So we are. Yes, he turns out that guy that built the skyscraper in the original as a portal for Gozer, he built this mine as a portal for Gozer. That is a different location. And the kids realize that Egon set up a bunch of ghost traps at the farm, so they need to lure Gozer there. Oh boy. But then the trap malfunctions, so they have to battle this super powerful being. Is that gonna be hard to do? Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, then the original Ghostbusters show up out of nowhere with all
Out of
their
nowhere.
equipment and costumes, which I guess Egon didn't actually take. Oh, a cameo ex
Could've.
machina. Exactly. So they cross the streams like in the original movie, but it doesn't work at first. Uh-oh. But then the ghost of Egon Spengler shows up, and we'll kind of digitally recreate Harold Ramis since he passed away in real life. Oh. But very tastefully. Tastefully, yeah, of course. Extremely tastefully.
Tastefully.
Of course,
Yes.
like it's like a tribute. Of course, of course. And then, you know, while we're treading into these waters, maybe we sell an action figure of Egon Spengler as a ghost. Oh, yeah, maybe we also sell some toys of this digital recreation of a deceased actor that we've made. You know, maybe a bit of toy money comes our way as a tribute. Uh-huh.
As a tribute.
Maybe.
That's-
And, you know, maybe the tagline on the box says, "The family that busts together." You know, as a tribute. But like tastefully? Tastefully, of course. Okay, then yeah, let's definitely cash in. Yeah, okay.
Let's definitely cash
And
in.
So that's about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like a movie made for the fans, you know, and a nice farewell to the
my
Ghostbusters
God.
franchise. Of course. But we could set up some sequels, though. Oh yeah, let's do that.
Of course. Yeah, no, come on. That might be a new top pitch meeting for me. Not like number one, but then like at least maybe top 10, top 5 even maybe, possibly. That was really good. Like I said earlier, yes, this movie was a little bit boring, a little bit slow in the very beginning. Like an hour in, at one point I checked the time and I was like, it's been an hour. Like, I know all this stuff. How do these kids not know about this stuff? Like, how is no one talking about it? You have YouTube. She goes on YouTube and watches some stuff. I get how her mom would not tell her that her granddad was Egon Spengler. I get that, but she's a scientist. This girl is a scientist, like literally. She's smart. So it's like she would kind of pick up some things or even like find some information on this herself. I feel like she would. But again, ghosts weren't her thing. She speaks to that. They kind of do little things to let you know like why she wouldn't have known this. But the fact that no one's really talking about this stuff is a little bit nuts. So I like how Pitch Meeting goes into the piece of like all the things that happened in the first movie. Just the first movie alone. Don't go into the second movie. The first movie, you got the Statue of Liberty walking down the street. You have the puff marshmallow, the huge puff marshmallow walking down the street. So it's like, it's all these things that's like, okay, this will be talked about for years to come, years and years, because this is like, hey, this is a phenomenon. Also, this movie is somewhat lazy in how it tells its story towards the end. It is just a beat for beat recreation of the third act from the first movie. And then even the end credit scene with Sigourney Weaver, it was just a redo of what Bill Murray did in the first movie. It just felt a little bit lazy in certain aspects, but we'll accept it because we hated the 2016 version, or most of us at least, either hated or disliked. I guess I'll just say it that way. It wasn't great. So This was a good follow-up to the original movies. I'll give them that. What I'm looking forward to, though, is what Ernie Hudson does in the future sequels, if they do them still. They need him to be in the follow-up movies. Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, they don't really need either of them. Egon's done. His story has been completed, which is, I think that was a good way to do this movie and focus on it from that aspect. But those two other guys, you don't need them. Ernie Hudson, you do need him because it seems like he's going to bring things back and kind of start fresh again. So that part would be kind of cool to see. So you do need him for any future sequels because he's going to be the one essentially backing the Ghostbusters Inc. or whatever they were. So you need him. I think that works. And then he can kind of teach the newbies. If it's going to be a new team or if it's going to be Phoebe and her brother or whatever, however it goes, you kind of have to have Ernie Hudson there. Also, I'm a little upset with some of the casting. Just a couple. I mean, Olivia Wilde was great. She doesn't look like the original actress that played Gozer in the first movie, but it worked. I wish I could have heard her voice to some degree, but I know how it went in the first movie. But that one was okay. It was cool to see her. J.K. Simmons, why is he here? Anybody else could have played that role. And J.K. Simmons, I love him. He's great. Why he does nothing here? He gets split in half. That's it. Josh Gad, why is he playing Muncher? You can cast me to make noises for a monster or a ghost. Like, why he gets paid for the dumbest things sometimes, and I just don't understand it. So yeah, that was a little bit weird for me. I know I'm on a rant here at this point, but that J.K. Simmons really bugged me, and Josh Gad, once I found that out, that really bugged me. What are your thoughts on Ghostbusters Afterlife? Are you looking forward to any more sequels? Did you enjoy this movie? Did you like it? Did it not really work for you still? Is it better than the 2016 version? Let's talk about it. Let me know. This was a great pitch meeting, a really funny, honest trailer, and I liked both of them, but the pitch meeting gets the win for me here. So let me know also which one you think wins between the pitch meeting and the honest trailer. I want to thank all of you guys for watching and supporting the channel any way that you do is really awesome. Members, subscribers, watchers. If you're watching, you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel in a big way. Also hit the like button, guys, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. To my Hyper Crew members, Brian Tidwell, Steve-O, Slepnir-Milner, K6013, Giro 15000, Daniel Lopez, Kratos, Richie Chester, Arnon Steelpelt, and Jackie Pie. Thank you guys for supporting with that top tier crew. That's all I got for you guys on this. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. I will see you guys as always on the next video. Have a good one.